You ever scroll through your saved playlist late at night and find a title you don't remember saving? A thumbnail that looks vaguely familiar, but when you click it, the video is gone, marked private or deleted. And suddenly you can't stop trying to remember what it was? Maybe it was something you watched years ago when you were alone in your room at 3 in the morning. Something that felt important at the time. Something that changed the way you thought about the internet or yourself or the strange quiet spaces between what we're supposed to see and what we accidentally find. And now it's just gone like it never existed. Except it did, because you can still feel the shape of it in your memory. The way you can feel the outline of a dream you can't quite pull back into focus. That feeling, that specific ache of knowing something was real, but having no proof, no way to share it, no way to confirm you didn't imagine it. That's what this video is about. 30 videos that existed, that people watched, that left marks on the people who found them, and then vanished. Not because they were deleted by accident, not because of copyright strikes or community guidelines, but because someone somewhere decided they shouldn't be seen anymore. And the strangest part is that most of them you've probably heard of, or maybe you even watched one yourself, and you've been carrying that memory around ever since, wondering if it was real or if your brain invented it to fill some gap in your understanding of how dark the internet used to be before everything got sanitized and algorithmed into oblivion. If you've ever felt that pull toward the things that disappeared, the broadcasts that ended mid-sentence, the channels that went dark without explanation, the videos that were up for 6 hours and then erased from every archive, then you're in the right place. Subscribe not because I'm asking you to, but because you need a space where this kind of thing is remembered, where people still care about what got lost, where you're not the only one who thinks about these things when you can't sleep. You're not crazy for remembering. You're not alone in this. So let's start with the ones people talk about in whispers. The ones that show up in old forum threads with half the replies deleted. There was a video uploaded in late 2009, just a webcam recording of someone's bedroom at night, totally still, no movement, no sound except the hum of a computer fan. It ran for 47 minutes. Nothing happened, except people who watched the whole thing swore they saw something move in the corner of the frame around the 32-minute mark, just a flicker, a shape that didn't belong. The video was called Watching, and it had no description, no tags, no context. It got passed around on a few obscure boards, and then it vanished. The account that uploaded it was deleted. No re-uploads exist. But every few months someone asks about it, describes it exactly the same way, and a dozen people reply saying they saw it too. They remember the flicker. They remember feeling like something was looking back at them through the screen. Then there was the cooking tutorial that wasn't a cooking tutorial. It was uploaded by a channel that had been posting normal recipe videos for 2 years. Decent production quality, friendly host, nothing unusual. Then one day they uploaded a video titled How to Prepare for What's Coming. And it started normally. The host in the same kitchen, same apron, same smile. But within 3 minutes the tone shifted. The instructions stopped making sense. The ingredients weren't food anymore. The host kept smiling, but their eyes looked wrong, flat, like they were reading cue cards written by someone who didn't quite understand human emotion. People in the comments started asking if it was an ARG, if it was a joke, but the host never responded and the video was deleted within 12 hours. The channel kept posting normal recipes after that, never acknowledging it, and when people asked in the comments, they got no reply, or sometimes the comments would just disappear. About a third of the way through this list, I want to pause and ask you something, because I think you'll know what I mean. Have you ever watched something online that felt like it wasn't meant for you? Like you stumbled into a room you weren't supposed to enter? And even though nothing explicitly scary happened, you felt this deep, uncomfortable certainty that you'd seen something private, something true, something that shouldn't have been shared? If you have, drop a comment. You can just say, I've seen something like this before, or describe it if you want. It helps, honestly. It helps to know other people have felt that same thing, that same violation of some unspoken boundary between what's entertainment and what's just documentation of something breaking down. Reading through those comments is how a lot of these lost videos even get remembered, because someone will mention a detail and 5 other people will say they remember it too. And suddenly, it's not just in your head anymore. There was a video essay about loneliness that got really popular for about a week in 2012. It was beautifully made, thoughtful, kind of sad, and it resonated with a lot of people who were going through rough patches. The creator's voice was soft, almost therapeutic, and the visuals were just slow pans over empty city streets at dawn, apartment windows, playgrounds with no children. But buried in the middle of the video, Around the 18-minute mark, there was a segment that didn't fit. The tone changed. The voice got quieter, more personal, and started describing specific intrusive thoughts, specific suicidal ideation, in a way that felt less like a video essay and more like a confession, like the creator had forgotten they were recording for an audience and started talking to themselves. People who watched it said it felt like eavesdropping on someone's breakdown. The video got taken down by the creator a few days later, and they posted an apology saying they were going through something and shouldn't have uploaded it. But the apology got deleted too. The channel went silent. Some people saved parts of it, short clips, but the full video is gone and the creator was never heard from again. That's the thing about a lot of these. They're not horror content. They're not trying to scare you. They're just documents of people losing grip on the line between private and public, between what you say out loud and what you keep inside. Then there are the videos that were never supposed to be uploaded in the first place. The ones that were clearly mistakes, recordings left running, files uploaded to the wrong platform, things that were meant to stay on a hard drive or be sent privately but ended up public for a few hours before someone noticed. There was a video titled Test 04 that got uploaded to a random account with no other content. It was just security camera footage from inside someone's house, multiple angles stitched together, showing empty rooms for 6 minutes. No people, no movement, but you could hear someone breathing off camera. And at one point a door in the background slowly opened on its own, or at least it looked like it did. No one walked through. It just swung open and stayed that way. The video had 3 views when it got discovered on a deep dive through random unlisted links. And by the time people started sharing it, it was gone. The account was deleted. No explanation. No context. Just this fragment of something that felt deeply wrong. Like you've been shown a piece of evidence from a case that was still open, still unresolved. Some of the videos on this list are famous in certain circles, like the Wyoming incident or username 666. But those have been talked about to death, analyzed, debunked, turned into folklore. The ones I'm more interested in are the ones that don't have names, the ones that only 50 or 100 people ever saw, the ones that disappeared before they could become memes or mysteries, the ones that just left this quiet residue of unease in the people who watched them. There was a live stream that ran for 3 days in 2014, just a fixed camera pointed at a hallway in what looked like an old office building. Nothing happened for hours at a time. People tuned in and out, made jokes about it being an art project. But on the 3rd day, someone noticed that objects in the hallway were moving between frames, small things, a chair, a trash can, a coat on a hook, always when no one was watching the stream, always just slightly out of place from where they were before. And then on the final hour of the stream, a figure walked down the hallway, stood in front of the camera, and stared directly into it for 4 minutes without moving, without blinking, and then walked backward out of frame the same way they came in, and the stream ended. No one knows who ran it. No one knows if it was staged. The footage is gone. People have tried to find it for years. There's a video that was uploaded in 2011 called My Daughter's Voice, and it was just a parent playing back voicemails from their child who had died a few years earlier. It wasn't exploitative or dramatic. It was just quiet, just grief, just this raw documentation of someone trying to hold onto a voice they were afraid they'd forget. People in the comments were supportive, kind, shared their own stories of loss. And then, after a few months, the video was gone. The account was gone. Some people speculated that family members found it and asked for it to be taken down, that it was too private, too painful to have out there. But others said they tried to reach out to the creator before it vanished and never got a response, and that the way the account disappeared felt abrupt. Not like someone choosing to delete it, but like something else happened. That's the thing. You never know why these things disappear, and the not knowing is what makes them stick with you. And then there are the videos that feel like warnings, like someone trying to communicate something important, but not being able to say it directly. There was a channel that uploaded a series of videos in 2015, each one just 10 or 15 seconds long, showing the same person sitting in the same chair in the same room, saying one sentence, something like "it's getting closer," or "I don't think I can stop it," or "if you're seeing this, check your doors." The videos were uploaded every day for 3 weeks, and then they stopped. The last video was just the empty chair, the person was gone, and you could hear breathing in the background, heavy, labored, not from the person who usually sat there, from somewhere else in the room. The channel never posted again. People tried to figure out who it was, where it was filmed, if it was real or fiction, but there were no clues, no ERG website, no follow-up, just this abrupt stop and then silence. Some of the videos are technically still online, but effectively lost because no one remembers what they were called or where they came from. There's one I've been trying to find for years, a short film someone made about memory. About how every time you remember something, you're actually remembering the last time you remembered it, not the original event. And how memories degrade and change and eventually become something entirely different from what actually happened. It was only about 8 minutes long, beautifully shot, and it had this haunting score. And at the end, the narrator said something like, "So who are you really remembering when you think of someone you've lost?" And it just destroyed me when I watched it. But I can't find it anywhere. I've searched every combination of keywords I can think of. I've asked in forums. No one else seems to remember it. Maybe I imagine it. Maybe my memory of it has degraded so much that what I'm looking for doesn't actually match what it was. That's the thing about lost media. Sometimes the loss is internal. Sometimes the thing that's gone is your own certainty about what you experienced. There are videos that were deleted because they were evidence of something real, something dangerous, something that people in power didn't want circulating. There are videos that were deleted because they violated terms of service in ways that were genuinely harmful. There are videos that were deleted because the person who made them grew up and felt ashamed of what they put out into the world. There are videos that were deleted for no reason at all. Just algorithmic purges, dead accounts, broken links, the slow entropy of digital storage. And then there are videos that seem to have been deleted by something else, accounts that go dark in the middle of an upload, channels that stop posting with no explanation, videos that get removed with no record of why or by whom. And those are the ones that keep people searching, keep people archiving, keep people trading files in private Discord servers and encrypted drives, trying to preserve things that maybe weren't meant to be preserved, trying to prove that what they saw was real. By now you've probably realized that some of the things I'm describing you might have seen yourself, or something close to them, something that matches the shape of these stories even if the details are different. That's the nature of lost media. It exists in fragments, in half-remembered descriptions, in the collective unconscious of people who spend too much time online and have seen things they can't quite place. And the truth is some of these videos probably aren't as scary or as profound as we remember them being. Memory is unreliable. Nostalgia distorts everything. And the fact that something is gone makes it more powerful than it was when it was accessible. But that doesn't make the feeling any less real. That sense that you witnessed something rare, something fleeting, something that mattered in a way you can't explain. The last one I'll tell you about is the simplest and maybe the most unsettling. It was a video uploaded in 2008, no title, no description, just a default file name like MOV_0023 or something. It was a minute and a half of someone filming their own reflection in a bathroom mirror late at night. And they weren't doing anything, just standing there, staring at themselves, and you could hear them breathing, slow and steady. And then right at the end, right before the video cut out, they whispered something, too quiet to make out. And then the screen went black. People who saw it said it felt like watching someone deciding something. Like the video captured the exact moment someone made a choice they couldn't take back. It got a few hundred views and then disappeared. No one knows who uploaded it. No one knows what happened to them. It's just gone. So maybe the real question isn't why these videos disappeared, but why we can't stop looking for them. Why we're drawn to these gaps in the record, these shadows in the archive, these moments that someone somewhere decided we shouldn't see. Maybe it's because we know, on some level, that the internet isn't the permanent archive we pretend it is. That everything we create, everything we upload, everything we share is just temporarily visible, just waiting for the moment to get swallowed by the void. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe we're just afraid of forgetting. Afraid that if something disappears completely, if no one remembers it, if there's no proof it ever existed, then maybe it never did. And maybe we didn't either. Maybe searching for lost videos is just another way of searching for proof that we were here, that we saw something, that we weren't alone in the dark.